Hello, hola, bonjour. Tune in every Tuesday to the Dear God podcast.
¿Y qué pasó?
Nah, we talking like it's 1995. Let go of that Wi-Fi. Let's laugh and cry, but never say goodbye. Primos y Primas, que lo que? Welcome, bienvenidos to the Dear God, Are We There Yet? The podcast con tu prima favorita. Soy Alicia, and today we're talking about feeding those fears. There's so many things that are going on in this world. I mean, every single day we're constantly seeing things on the news, on our feeds, and this is why I don't like to watch the news sometimes. And I will have to tell you that I was actually inspired this episode for this week from the movie The Croods. Have you guys ever watched that? It's a cute little kid animated movie, but I loved being able to kind of see it from a different light. And when you see things in muñequitos, when you see things animated for kids, you start like seeing things in a different light, raw basically. And you have to watch it. Even if you don't have kids, I think you should just watch it. But it's about fears and how this one little girl, and I'm not going to blow it for you, but how this one girl, her father's like, you should be afraid, you should be fear. And I'm not talking about, being fearful of like cucarachas or roaches or rats, because I am fearful of rats. Like seriously, living in New York, I think traumatized me. If you don't like rats, I don't like rats at all. So I don't know how people in China can eat them. Anyways, that's for another podcast. But no, seriously, we're not talking about those fears that were, that like spiders or anything like that. We're talking about fears that are sometimes pushed in front of our faces, like elections is coming up and the fear of who will be chosen, if we vote, if we don't vote, the fears of these conspiracy theories or this fake news or the coronavirus or the fear of, am I going to do my job right? Oh, the stock market's going wrong. Am I going to lose my job? Or whatever the case is, like there's so many fears. Pero ven acá, don't you love learning something new? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. Les damos la gracia for this week's podcast to our primo at sacredblossomfarm.com. Tea grown in harmony with nature to produce herbs of uncommon quality, harvested by hand and dried, and care to maintain amazing quality blended to support health and taste delicious. No, seriously, it really does taste delicious. You can watch farm tour videos and you can buy tea at sacredblossomfarm.com. Use my code DEARGOD to get 15% off your first order, and trust me, you will not be disappointed. Vamos lá, let's get back to the episode. Sometimes we feed these fears, and let me reiterate real quick on what I mean by it. Sometimes we feed them. Sometimes there's ways that we can channel fears because it's very natural and normal to be fearful about certain things. I mean, I think it's kind of like how it protects us. It kind of lets us know, okay, I'm not supposed to be going there. This doesn't feel right.